I remember as a child standing in shul at the end of Yom Kippur and having the following daydream. The person blowing the shofar takes a deep breath and starts to sound the Tekiah Gedola, the great Tekiah, to signal the end of Yom Kippur. The sound grows louder and louder. 10 seconds pass, then 20, then 30. The shofar keeps getting louder and louder. A minute passes. The sound of the shofar is almost deafening. Louder and louder and louder. The shul starts to vibrate. The dust of ages falls from the chandelier onto the bima. The shofar is now playing the shul. The tekiah spreads outside and the cars outside start to vibrate. The pavement starts to vibrate. The houses, the trees, the earth, the sky. Everything is vibrating. Everything is sounding this one long tekiah gedola. Everything in creation is proclaiming Hashem Echad, God is one. The Rambam Maimonides says that one should not speculate about the coming of Mashiach because no one knows exactly how it will be until it will be. But if one is allowed a little daydream, that's mine. I had a similar moment of reverie this year at the Seder. Now, even though the only person who was allowed out onto the streets this year during the lockdown was Eliyahu Hanavi, Elijah the prophet, we all went out onto our balconies or stood by our open windows and sung together, Ma Nishtana, why is this night different? Well, this year's answer to that particular question was a bit of a no-brainer. But for those few moments, I felt, and I'm sure you did too, that we were united as the family of Israel in a way that no other Seder has ever done. And it didn't stop there. Even during the worst times in the Warsaw Ghetto, the shuls, the synagogues were never closed. Here we were in the almost unthinkable situation of no communal prayer. But in a way, the streets and the courtyards of Jerusalem became the Bate Knesset, became the shuls, became the synagogues. As I stood on my porch and prayed, I could hear Kaddish coming from this direction, Birkat Kohanim, the blessing of the priests from the other direction, Kedusha, the praise of Hashem, of God, that angels utter, coming from above the apartment building at the top of the hill. The shuls hadn't closed, they just got bigger. When describing the giving of the Torah at Sinai, the Torah says, and the voice of the shofar grew stronger and stronger. I've heard people say that this corona pandemic means the coming of Mashiach. I think there's a mistake here. One of the 13 principles of a believing Jew is that every day I will await him. He can come any and every day. But maybe, if one is allowed to dream a little, this Shavuot we will hear the great shofar proclaiming from every rooftop and every street and every heart, Hashem Echad, God is one.